back to BTF and Doves OTG.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I am
Yeah.
good, man. I am in a good mood today.
I'm in a phenomenal mood.
You are in an ecstatic mood.
Ecstatic mood. We're gonna get to it. Not a champions. Not a champions, man. It was a good card. It was a good
You know what?
PLE. I really enjoyed it.
I said it yesterday when we were on our thing. I was like, we hype ourselves up only to be disappointed most of the time. I wasn't disappointed this time. I think for the first time in a long time, WWE did a great job.
They got it right. They got it right for once.
I think there were
a couple of things that not so much. We'll get to it.
But I overall think this was probably what the best PLE I've watched for WWE. Yes. Yeah. But for the best PLE WWE has put on in a while.
I would say it rivals Night 2 of WrestleMania.
I could go with that.
If not better. Because Night 2 of Mania had its issues.
Yeah.
This was
But I'm saying as an overall card, like I think it was one of the best PLEs for a long time. Because if you're counting a PLE as a name, you can't count like you can't say WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. It's WrestleMania. It's a PLE.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair shot, actually.
I would say this probably actually is the best PLE since last year's WrestleMania.
There, that's a good shot. That's a very good shot, which also sucks for WWE because that means it's been a year since they put on a decent card.
Like they've never been bad, but they've just
Royal Rumble was trash. Royal Rumble was really bad.
Okay, no, that was really bad. But like they've never been memorably good.
Yeah, like Backlash was alright.
But can you still tell me what happened at Backlash?
Yeah, Braun Breaker lost again. we're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. In fact, in the famous words of Cody Rhodes, what do you want to talk about?
I think we go. You know what?
I think we start bottom of God.
We just start from the beginning and work our ways to what was an incredible main event.
So I'll tell you what. Like, it actually threw me for a loop because, Gauzy, you watched it directly live. I gave it a bit of time so I could skip through all the ads and stuff. So I was a little bit behind you on it. But when you hit me up and told me, oh, they're starting with the men's final, I literally misread that. I'm like, they're starting with the main event? That's weird. And you were like, no, the men's final. I'm like, why would they start with the King of the Ring final first? And then it made sense. I was like, oh, because whoever wins, they need to give them time to like call out who they're gonna do.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's talk about it, right? So we had the opening match here.
Yep.
Over Femi. Over. I'm gonna call him over. No, I mean, I was popping in the lounge. I was.
Oh yeah.
I was strutting. I was strutting with him.
If you're not strutting,
you're not a fan. You're not a real person.
If you're not strutting, you're not a fan.
You're a clanker. You're a bot, my son. You are AI generated. You're an
NPC. I don't think I can find one person who doesn't like Oba.
I've yet to find anybody. And good. It's about time. Like, you have a megastar on a platter.
Yep.
Make him the biggest thing since Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because you can. Absolutely. You have this. You have this lightning in a bottle right now. Use it. But let's talk about this match.
Yeah.
I hated it. I really disliked it. Okay, hate's a strong word. Hate's a strong word. I didn't hate it.
So I hated it. Not hate. Again, you're right. I disliked it significantly for one reason.
Can I guess?
What?
Because Jey Uso was able to counter everything.
Not really. Like, I wasn't upset about that. I was upset significantly for the fact that Jey Uso was unnecessary in that match. You could have put anyone in that match, but why did you go with Jey Uso? You know why? Because you wanted the crowd to pop with yeets, and you wanted to get the crowd hyped.
Yeah.
For nothing, because it was not a long match. I think from my timing, it was between 8 to 11 minutes or something like that. It wasn't a long match at all.
Which is twice the length of both Brock Lesnar matches. I just like to point out.
So it was about 8 to 11 minutes when I was checking that, like, my time. Yes, Jay counted a lot of stuff. I'm not mad at it because he is smaller. He's not, he should have the ability to do certain things.
What I mean by it is the fact that, especially with like the power moves that Oba does, like we have just seen him wreck Brock Lesnar basically twice. Yeah, the
Yeah,
second match he lost, sure, I get you, but he also ate 7 F5s, a Kimura lock, tons, right?
yeah,
Whereas, I don't know, Jay just seemed to not sort of be bouncing off of it, but like, not. I think he wasn't selling as much. I think that's what it is. Actually, it's not
yeah.
the
That's
count. He
probably
wasn't
that's
selling as
better.
much. He wasn't
That's
selling as
better.
much as I thought he should have sold.
I figured. So I figured he wasn't wasn't going to win with one fall from grace. I know Jay's smaller,
Yeah,
but Jay's too much of a hype package to just finish him off with one fall from grace. If
I
that
agree.
makes sense.
I thought that as well.
Like
As soon as he
as
hit the
soon as he
first
hit
one, I
that
was like,
first one, I
it's
was
not
like,
over.
no,
It's not over.
it's whatever. It's not. No, he's going to kick out. Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
He's just too over for it to happen. I mean, Jay was he, he wasn't bad in it,
Uh,
but I didn't see the point of having Jey Uso in this match. I would rather have had an
Javon
extra.
Evans.
I would rather have had an extra 5 to 10 minutes, make it a 20-minute match, and have someone like Javon Evans in there. I
Yeah,
genuinely would have.
I agree, dude. I 100% agree with you. It would have. It
I
would
just
have
don't see the
been
point.
better.
I didn't see the point of having Jey. That's why I didn't like it. Overall, I actually gave the match itself a dub.
A dub.
Like
I gave it a
I
dub
gave it a
too.
dub. I
Gave
gave
it
it
a
a dub
dub.
because it was actually not. It wasn't terrible. It
No.
was horrible for the fact that Jey Uso was in there, and it could have been anyone, and you probably would have had I probably would if it was John Evans. This could have been a double dubs up.
Yeah, if it was not Royce Keys, it would have gotten double dubs up for me.
Anything like that. But just because Jey Uso was in there,
And
it's
again,
a dub, man.
I think, yeah. So yeah, I misspoke. It wasn't so much that he was countering a lot, just like a lot of Ober's moves that have put bigger dudes down quicker. He
Yeah,
wasn't selling enough for me, and
no,
that's
it
why
was.
that's for me another reason why it doesn't get a double dubs up. Because I mean, overall, it was a good match, was fine. But if Jay sold a bit more, I mean, the fact that he did like 3 suicide dives on Oba and Oba was reading, Oba was selling like his life depended on it in this match. He
His
was doing
face,
a
man. When he
he,
was locked in that sleeper, his
yeah,
face, he was like,
yeah.
also,
I was like, a sleeper hold? You beat
yeah.
Gunther like that. He better not win. I was getting
Again,
rage. I was crashing out.
can we address the elephant in the room? And the people have pointed out, I noticed it. When Over was rallying, he was doing this, not like punching the ground. He was slapping it, so it's almost like he was tapping out.
Well, see now, I literally I leaned over to the wife and I was like, that's 3. Like you're allowed to, because there was a whole thing with Gunther in his match against, I think it was Cody, where he went 1-2. He tapped twice, so he broke the lock because it's not a tap out if you hit twice. It's only if you do it more than 3.
Yeah, okay. And
So
that's the
as
thing,
soon
like,
as Oba went 1-2 and he did it, I was like,
is that
are
a
they gonna
tap?
screw him? I honestly thought they might like Montreal
Yeah, dude.
screwjob it.
Yeah, the thing is, that probably would have, if we're going to fancy book again,
Yeah,
if that had happened and the ref had called it that he
that he
made
did
him
tap.
tap,
Yeah,
okay, and that's how Jay won, I kind of could have got on board with it because you've screwed over, and you've got Jay into the point of he can challenge for a title. Like, I'm not saying I would have enjoyed it, but I can
but
actually kind of understand that.
if
That
Jay
was the
won like
only
that,
way.
sure.
Yeah, it was either going to, like, looking at it now retrospectively, it was either going to be that or an interference that helped Jay to win because he was never going to beat Oba alone.
Yes,
So it would have been a
100%.
screw job or it would have been an interference.
I mean, in our predictions episode, we did say like if Jay does win, we kind of like we were banking on if that's the case, it would be interference from a Jacob or a
Yeah.
Jimmy Uso or something like that. I'm glad. Another reason it does get a dub for me is the fact that those was clean as a
No,
whistle.
he was left to do this on his own devices, and I
Yeah,
guess that might have been Roman's doing, just going, okay, you need to do this.
yeah, and I mean it does open up a lot of stuff for Jay now because
Yeah.
you've let down the OTC again.
Yeah, what happens? Like
What
he's
happens
supposed to,
now?
yeah, you were supposed to go and get the gold and bring it back to the bloodline, but you failed. So where does his ranking go now?
I think
Because he was
definitely
always like, he's like, if you're
he's right
looking at
hand
it now
man.
before it, he
Yeah,
was right hand man. Now is Jacob right hand man?
it
Does
must
Jimmy
be.
take that spot? Does
Nah,
Jay now move to title carrier?
I can see it being Jimmy for like a week. And then Roman being like, actually, no, you're also not doing us any favors. You lost the LA Knights. You're not sorting that out like you said you would handle. Because that's also been Jimmy's role in the
Yeah.
Bloodline is like sort of peacekeeper slash I'll talk to them before we fight them. You know,
Yeah, so you've got like, yeah, so Jay was the right hand man, then you had Jimmy the peacekeeper, and you have Jacob the
the
enforcer.
enforcer. Whereas now I think, so Jimmy will be like right hand man now because, well, Jay let down the family.
Mm.
Jimmy step up and you're like, no, I'll talk to Adam Pearce, I'll talk to LA Knights, and I'll talk to Solo, and like, well, it's able. So they're not gonna listen to him. And he's like, well, you let me down too, Jacob. Now you're right hand man. I can see that happening.
It could be, but yeah, I can see that happening as well. But I mean, again, just come to come back to it. It was a dub for me, and
it was a dub.
It was a solid match, and like I say, I'm not angry at the match itself. I was just angry that you could have had anyone other than Jay. It just felt pointless. He was there to draw a crowd and to get the crowd hyped. That's it.
And he did that.
In my opinion,
can't deny. And we did say like at Saudi Arabia, they'll cheer for absolutely everything, and they did.
And they did.
You got to give it to the Saudi Arabia crowd, man. They love this show.
Every time
they're there, they're huge.
I'll come to that. They are great. Don't get me wrong. Like they actually are a good crowd. But I'll come to it when we actually move on to the next match.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, look, it's over, baby. Also, actually, just while we're on this, no run-in from Brock. Didn't expect that. I was waiting for it because as soon as they raised him in, like, I mean, what a visual of him getting in the crowd, and that was dope. I love the visual. Yeah. Like they did a really good job of like just the silhouette and but just like the way they handed it over into the silhouette. I mean, I even did the pose. I mean, I'm a mark. Let's call it what it is, right? But the fact that it looks so cool, I was on tenterhooks. I was waiting to hear Brock's,
or just to see him come out from the behind the silhouette like he did when he jumped over this first time when he came back, like something like that.
Something. I'm glad they didn't. I'm really glad they didn't. So I guess they had something for like give over his moments. I'm really happy about that. So I guess on Raw tomorrow night, that's gonna be where Brock shows up. Be like, cool, you're the king now. I was king of the ring first.
Yeah. I was king of the ring in 2002. We've both been king of the ring. You both got victories over each other. Let's see what happens.
Let's see who's the real king. You set it up that way. Solved.
Yeah. Solved. Fine. I'm good with that.
Happy with that. Very happy with that.
We have to bring the modern fans back to the reality of the past as well.
Have to, because if you forget your past, you repeat history or something to that effect.
Yeah, those who fail to remember the past are doomed to repeat history or
that's
whatever.
That's whatever
the one. However the line goes.
We're not philosophizers over here. We just talk about fantasy booking, and finally, and like we both predicted over. We both predicted over.
Yep.
So we were 1 for 1 at the start of the show, which was great.
I loved his little like crowning ceremony speech. It's like I've gone from ruler to king. What did he say? Jay didn't know what he was up against or whatever. Like fair. Like everyone knew Jay was deluded and he was Crash Out Jay or whatever. Like everyone knew that.
I'm surprised we didn't see a crash out from Jay after the match. Again, this is what we were talking about in the episode yesterday. They still haven't decided if Jay's the crash out artist or the Yeet Man. Because like after that loss, he should have crashed out properly.
Yeah, he should have.
I know you can't destroy the tables because we had tons of table spots in the main event. But do something.
Rip the shit off the table. They'll fix it during the ad breaks like they always do.
Exactly. Grab a chair from under the ring and I'm like, I'm going to take... No, I'm not going to take...
While Oda's doing his speech, just start smashing the ring post.
Yeah, exactly. Something have him properly crash out.
Grab a kendo stick and whack himself on the back like penance.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that would be dope. That would be hilarious, actually. I would pay to see that.
But that's crash out, man. That is crash out.
Because also, again, I'm glad we had Oba have his moment. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're building the story of what happens next with Jay and the Bloodline, you kind of have to show his reaction afterwards. John Cena versus The Rock 1. When John Cena was at the top of the ramp and he's like, I just lost to The Rock. It's like, well, what happens with John? It makes you think, like, what? We didn't see Jay at all, which was a bit strange to me. But I mean, again, I'm just glad that they gave Oba his moment.
Oh, absolutely. And that's in contrast to, let's move on to the next match, the Io Sky Liv Morgan match.
Not a dub. Not a dub for me.
I just said no dub. Like I didn't give it a negative view, but I just felt like it was, for me, it just felt like a match that could have been on Raw.
I gave it not a dub.
Really?
I did. I didn't like the match at all. We said in our predictions, well, for at least from my part, it was my least.
So this is where I want to come
looking forward to match.
Yeah, and this is where I wanted to come to it, on where the crowd is hyped in Saudi. However, they were absolutely dead for this match. They tried getting some chants going, but a lot of people were like, it was very like you could
I'll
hear,
agree with you there. Yeah.
you could basically hear them what they were saying in the ring, like their performance in the
Yeah,
ring.
halfway through, it got very obvious that they were calling spots and stuff.
It was, yeah, it was not a loud crowd for that, and it, you know, I don't know what it was, why, because obviously you're supposed to have two of the most over women in the WWE.
Yeah, I mean, even
In
when
this
Io
match,
did her thing, like in the because she
but
always
when
does it in the middle of the match.
you normally can't hear her doing anything, but you could hear her going ah, and you're
Yeah,
like,
like you have
that's
maybe
not
4 or
good.
5 people like on the hard cam behind her going this, but I will say it again. Like I mean, I know I said like the crowd was great. They were for the rest of the card. They were louder for the Tiffy Jade match.
Yeah, they were louder for that. They still weren't particularly loud, but they were louder.
Louder. I wonder if that has to do with some maybe it was like fatigue after the first match because everyone had yeeted, everyone was strutting.
It could have
But
been, but
even
as
then,
well,
it
even
was
what
time. There
it
was
could
time between.
it probably was, but as well, what they say, like, you know, they say the best card is you open with your best match and you finish with your best match, right? Because you want to get the crowd hyped up for the middle of the card,
Yeah,
but you expect
sure.
them to do things like go to the bathrooms and go and get drinks and go and get
Yeah, it's
snacks and
usually
stuff. Go to the
I
merch
mean,
stand or whatever.
Chris Jericho said it very famously for one of his WrestleManias. After I forget who he was wrestling, but he called it the death spot. It's the second match on the night. It's the deadest because everyone's so hyped for the first one, and they're obviously looking forward to the main event. So
Yeah,
it is the toughest, and like you're following Obafemi and Jey Uso.
yeah.
You know,
Like you've
tough
got that.
spot.
Yeah, it's they probably would have been better to start with the women and then have the Oba Jace match.
I would have done
Like,
that.
I get that they wanted to get the stuff, the King of the Ring and the Queen of the Ring finals out because that was the free hour. So you wanted
Sure,
people
sure.
to see the results. I guess you didn't want to hide that from everyone, and you want them to then pay to see the main event. So,
But then,
or
I mean,
get on the app or whatever.
yeah, but then I would have probably put rather like the Trick Williams Ricky Saints match after the Oba one. Because Trick's also
Yeah,
super over, so you want to more over
you
than
want to
both
keep
Io
that.
and Liv.
Yeah, you want to
You know,
keep that going, that momentum, or whatever. But
yeah,
again, it's yeah.
we
So
digress.
like I say, yeah, digression. But again, like I say, I don't remember anything memorable from the match. For me, it was a
I
match
remember,
that literally could have been on Raw.
well, I remember one thing properly from that match, and that was Danhausen.
Yes, so that was like the actual. That was probably the best thing to come out of that match was the whole Danhausen segment in the beginning because he
Also,
was obviously coming out to do the whole merch thing.
but also I don't understand Liv Morgan. Why would you piss off Danhausen before your match? You know he
You,
curses people.
yeah, so
In
it's just
universe, everyone knows you don't get cursed by Danhausen, it'll ruin you. They have established this.
yes,
And like, I
don't do
understand
anything to tick him off.
you're an annoying heel. I get it. Don't be getting cursed right before your final.
Maybe
Like,
that's what it was. Maybe he cursed it, so that's why it was such a drab match.
well, he cursed her. He did say,
Yeah,
"Well, and you are cursed." And I was like, "Oh, cool, Io's winning." I genuinely was like, "Io's
yeah,
winning."
yeah. I thought that as soon as he did that, I was
It's
like,
like
ah,
Io's
okay.
winning.
And I thought if she doesn't lose this, then people can people will then figure out or go to her to see how did she break the curse. You
Which
have to
would
keep the curse alive.
see now that
It
would have
doesn't.
been an interesting storyline. Actually, it's like he cursed you. How did you get over it? It's like, well, and then
Yeah.
she could like double down on her annoying heelness. Be like,
Yes.
I'm not gonna tell you. I know how to break something like that. You know.
So,
Um,
but
but
literally,
I don't know. I also didn't like the match. The fact that I don't. It also seemed a bit plodding. You know,
it
like
was
it
very
didn't have any momentum to
slow.
it.
Yeah, it was very slow. There was quite a few like stop start in it. But this is again why I'm not giving it a not a dub. That's why it's just for me, it's just a no dub because
Sure.
it wasn't memorable. There's nothing there that makes me go, that was horrible.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's for me.
It wasn't a great match. It was just slow, and like I say, just felt like an ordinary match.
yeah.
Didn't feel like something that was so special that needed to be on the card.
I agree. I agree. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I'm still gonna give it not a dub. I genuinely didn't enjoy it. I
Mm.
really disliked it. I don't. You'd think like Liv Morgan and Io Sky would have like really good in-ring chemistry. It just wasn't there.
No, it was very meh.
Very much. And like again, like listen, I will shout out the whole card itself. There was no interferences
No,
throughout the whole thing.
well,
Well, okay, well not throughout the whole thing,
but
but
there was an interference that we predicted, but every other interference that we predicted didn't happen.
Yeah. Well, what I mean, like for this, like we didn't see Roxanne.
There was one necessary interference.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to
We'll
that.
get to that.
We'll get to
There
that.
was one interference that was like, it felt almost
Yeah.
like guaranteed.
Yeah. Exactly. I didn't want to say predictable, but guaranteed is a better word. 100%. 100%.
Whereas the others were kind of going, could or could not happen.
Yeah. I mean, I assumed, especially after the curse, that Roxanne and Raquel would like do something.
Yeah. Like genuinely do.
But obviously, I suppose that opens up a lot more story for the Judgment Day, because now Liv can say like, "Well, I got cursed. Where were you?" You know,
yeah.
something like
Are we
that.
going to stick with that? Probably not.
I doubt it. Also,
but again,
in universe, they like once you're cursed, you're cursed. Like
yeah,
until Danhausen breaks the curse, you're cursed.
It also, yeah, and it just.
It is so weird that. Sorry, it is so weird that. We're talking 2026 wrestling. It's like, no. If you're cursed by this dude, you have to be uncursed by this dude.
Yes.
Or else it sticks. Which is
it's great.
It's great. I love it.
And you know what gave it credibility was the whole Knicks thing.
Yes, 100%.
Genuinely gives it a lot of credibility.
Yeah.
Because that's real life. That's real life stuff. That's not like that's not what we have. Well, we don't know what the NBA script is, but that is real life. That's not something that is like written as a script and predictable and predetermined.
Sure, 100%.
So,
but yeah, look, I mean, I'm gonna stick with my one here. Still not a dub for me. It could have been a Raw match. And again, you had so many options here. You could have had a JC Jane. You could have had a Lash Legend.
You could have had anyone there
to win it. Anyone else. It's very much like the J
All it was set up was for once Io Sky won, which was a very botched, slow, weird ending in like a Spanish Fly that didn't particularly work into the over the moonsault.
I mean, the moonsault looked good like always.
Yeah, the moonsault it does.
But that Spanish Fly looked a little rough. It was.
I think one of the go.
I was gonna say, like, if you watch the Nathan Frazier, Ray Phoenix match on SmackDown,
that's how you do it.
He also messed it up because he didn't. He slipped off the second rope, but he still managed to flip it and make it look really good.
Yeah.
You know, whereas this Spanish Fly just looked very much like they flipped. You know?
Yeah, and it turned like sideways and it was very botchy like that. The one thing I will give credit to in the match, Io sold her leg particularly well.
Yeah, no, exactly. And
that's the one thing I will give credit to.
I do like the heel work from Liv. Liv also with that Boston Crab when she puts it in. You know,
like it was. I found that good. Like that was the one thing that I will say that was a positive for me was the fact that you had Liv work on the knee and you had Io selling it properly.
Yeah, and as a heel, that's what you're supposed to do. Like once they've saw shark in the water, I want her to do more heelish stuff like that. Like stop calling it the Boston Crab or single leg crab. Call it the New Jersey crab, you know, because she's from New Jersey.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like start like stealing everything, you know. Don't call it a Spanish Fly. Call it like a New Jersey torque, you know, or something.
Or just call it like the live lock or something like that.
Yeah, you know, the live lock. I like that. That's really good.
Whatever. Just give it a name. Like like Chris Jericho took the Boston Crab and called it the Walls of Jericho. I mean, it started off as the Lion Tamer, which they kind of alluded to. They were like when Liv had her in that one leg, and she was at an angle,
and you put your knee in the back,
you're like almost in a Lion Tamer sort of hold. I was like,
Liv Tamer.
Yeah, why not? Whatever it is, but give it a name.
Give it a name, yeah. Like, cause again, like you know, I understand like the figure 4 leg lock is the figure 4 leg lock, right?
Yes.
But the ankle lock was the angle lock.
It was the ankle lock, and it just became the ankle lock now.
It was the Olympic slam, but then became the angle slam. You know, if it's associated to a person, associated to them, you know?
Yeah.
Like the disarmer. Becky Lynch's disarmer. It's just an armbar, but it's the disarm her. Great. Do that. Do more stuff like that, you know? Give it an identity.
Yeah, which I'm fine with. But I wanted to give it that. I just wanted to give that because that was probably the best thing I can say about it.
Yeah.
But again, we got probably what was, I'd say, the more predictable option. We saw it both ways, where she could challenge Rhea and have like Rhea versus Io and have it as. But the more predictable option was
she goes off
to Liv.
See now, and I had an issue with this yesterday in our predictions pod. Io's just beaten the champ. Are you gonna run it back?
Yeah.
I'm not thrilled by that. Again, like
But
now that Danhausen's
again,
cursed her, maybe that can build into it. Like you do the thing with like, well, oh no, Liv is like super duper scared about Io because A, she just beat her,
oh,
but
is
now
that
she's
yeah?
also cursed.
Yeah,
So
but
now,
is it going to be like, oh, like it'll get to the point where you need to fix, and then maybe it's like the night before or the week before the run into SummerSlam, and you see their Judgment Day go and give him a case. He's like, human money's
yeah,
okay.
it's
I
like
will lift your curse and whatever.
something like that.
Then you get something better, maybe
I think if they do that,
something
it'll.
weird and ridiculous like that,
But I like
or
that. I prefer that because at least if you do that, then you think to yourself, well, she's not cursed anymore. Because again, like in universe,
yeah,
once
in universe,
you're cursed, you're gonna lose.
or just let her lose the title to someone. Because again, it's going after the title, not the person. This is what irritates the shit out of me. Because if you're going out, Liv, I'm coming after you. We now have to wait 6 weeks or
6
whatever it
weeks.
is. 5 6 weeks, 5 weeks, I think it is, because it's the first weekend of August.
Yeah,
It's like
so
5 6 weeks,
five
right?
weeks. It's called five. Yeah.
But there's also a Saturday night's main event in the middle of all of this. So we now have to wait for 5 6 weeks for this rematch. But I'd rather Liv lose it and then Io challenge whoever beats her. Who like, because again, you're
I can
going
see
after
that.
a title. I hate this thing of people going, I'm coming after you, and then you have to wait 6 weeks, or you have to wait 2 months, we have to wait 3 months for them to go after it.
Yeah, call your shot now.
Called just I'm going after that title. Whether it's you or whether it's someone else, that's what I'm going after. Like when you win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
There's many things that can happen between January and April, usually, let's call it that way.
Yeah, I mean, we
That can
saw it.
happen. Stop going, I'm going after you, I'm going after you. I'm going after that title. Let's see if you're there as champion, especially when we had the whole thing with CM Punk and,
Sure.
Roman wins and it's like, I'm coming after Punk. And Punk's going, oh, well, I'm going to defend the title against Finn Balor. Or I'm going to defend the title against this. I'm going to
Yeah,
defend the title.
he could lose.
He can lose. It's the title. It's not the person you're going after.
Yeah, it's a
Stop
title.
going
No,
after the
I agree.
person.
Say I'm going after that championship,
Yes.
not after you, Liv Morgan. No, I agree. I 100% agree, dude.
By the
100%.
way, we got that. Yeah, but just called her out immediately. So that was the 3 hour done.
Yes.
Although I think they did a really good job to try and get people to buy into the rest of the PLE with that triple threat vignette. They did a great job with it.
That was dope. That was really, really good.
And you've been saying it for a long time. Give us more.
Give us more hype packages. Tell us why we should care.
And that made me go, oh man, I'm glad I'm watching.
Yeah, I got hyped for that. That was a really, really, really good promo. It was really, really good.
Just give us more of it.
Yeah, and it's not difficult. You've got you have so much footage. Edit it together. Put a cool track behind it. Have some impact stings. Dope. That's all I need. Don't need a lot in wrestling to enjoy it. But the little things count. The little things matter. But yeah, so that was the 3 hour done. We got crowned both the Queen and King of the Ring. So yeah, well done Io Sky, well done Obafemi. And then we get to the main part of the night, which I mean, I liked all the matches, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, I enjoyed them all. I did enjoy them all. They were obviously bits, to talk about. But overall, as matches, let's just say that as matches, they were really solid matches.
Solid matches, yeah, for sure. I mean, look, I'm just going to preface this. The triple threat gets a double dubs up for me. We'll get to it.
Yes,
I will say, because the first match after the 3 hour was Trick versus Ricky.
No, it was Seth versus Braun.
It was Seth versus Braun. Now, I was not expecting this match to be as good as it was.
I also expected a lot of things to go wrong.
Same, because we were saying in our predictions one, like, because you're closing the cage, is Braun gonna be able to do his speed snappy stuff? And Jesus, were we wrong? My God, this man was moving.
I know, he was just he was unbelievable. I mean, again, they turned it into almost a Survivor Series War Games thing, because when each of them came out, they just grabbed a shit ton of weapons and threw them in the ring.
I messaged you right away. I'm like, you don't bring a trash can into the cage, not use it right away. I was really annoyed by that.
And what happened? I didn't even think they used it.
They didn't. No, it was in the corner the whole time. It was just there. It really annoyed me. I was like, there's a trash can. Put it on someone's head. Do a moonsault like Io Sky does off the top of the cage. Something. But I will say that after that, because I was like, if they don't use this trash can, I'm going to be very upset. And I was. But I do love the visual of Seth sitting in the ring with the chair, sitting down on the chair, and then Braun was like, cool. Like that little face off that they
They
had was
mirrored it.
dope.
They mirrored him.
That was fantastic. I
It
really,
was
really liked that. I was like,
it,
oh, we're
it's
in for a fight.
yeah. He mirrored him. Like it wasn't just like getting in there and staring at him or whatever, and
Yeah,
or
it's just
leaning
like, nah,
against the corner of the
I'm
turnbuckle
the
and
new
whatever.
Seth Rollins. I'm
It's,
better than you.
I'm doing
Yeah.
what you're doing. I'm doing.
Nah, I really like that. I thought that part was dope. We also got blood in this match, which you don't get a lot of in
I
WWE.
think it was accidental
It
blood.
was, no, for sure, because you saw right
It
before,
was after he came. I don't know if it's because he scratched his eye coming down
I think
because it was
so.
on the side, or it was a piece of the table because it was after the superplex where he pulled
Yeah,
in from the top and went through, which was an amazing spot, by the
it did
way.
look great.
Because
It did
that
look
could have
really,
gone
really good.
wrong, and that is higher than a normal superplex, really, because he's pulling him down from an angle. He's not lifting him up and sort of going with
Yeah,
momentum. He's got to get that right in pulling him over, and Braun's got to have a lot of trust in Seth to do
hundreds.
that
Yeah,
right.
100%. I mean, it is a scary spot otherwise. Sorry, one second.
But I mean, it was, yeah, it just was non-stop, really. Like there
Yeah,
genuinely was.
I mean, again, I thought it's a steel cage match, so we did think it'd be a solid match.
Yeah,
This kind of blew me away. I like really enjoyed this match. I thought it was like one of the better cage matches I've seen in WWE for a minute.
yeah, it was one of the better. And again, I don't like to count Survivor Series War Games as a cage match because it's not
No, I don't. No,
really.
it's a whole separate thing.
So I would say I'd agree. It was one of the better cage. I can't even remember the last cage match.
Just a regular cage match. Oh,
I can't even
I
remember
couldn't
the
tell
last time I
you.
saw a
I
steel
genuinely
cage
couldn't
match.
tell you. It's been a while.
So,
It's been a minute. But
but
I
yeah, I
mean,
mean, in
again,
recent memory, yeah, it's been one of the better ones that WWE have put on as a.
I think the last one was who? Damian Priest was in it. Forget who he was fighting, and then that's the one where Jesse Ventura was on commentary, and he was like, "Why are you trying to escape the cage? That's not a way to." And then like he shot his mouth off so badly that WWE fired him from it.
Oh yeah,
I think that was the last cage match I remember seeing. He's not wrong. He wasn't wrong
was it
at
when he
all.
was champion?
Yes, yeah, because he was
Would have been
defending
like so that would have been like 2-3 years ago,
2 3
man.
years ago, which is crazy to think. But anyway, we digress. This was a dope match. I mean, the spots were great. Table spot was dope. The Frankensteiner from the cage was great. I
Yeah,
didn't like. I like the fact that Braun at one stage, Seth hit him with the pedigree, and then the stomp, and Braun kicked out of it. Now, normally I
yeah,
don't like when they kick out of finishes too often, but in a cage match like this, I totally get it.
yeah.
The avalanche stomp to finish the match off looked pretty cool, but I didn't want Braun to lose.
No, I agree with you. We both said that
Braun
Braun
should
should have
win
won.
this.
Seth gains nothing from winning it. Yeah, he ends the feud, but Braun could have ended the feud, and he could have
Yeah,
gone. I've beaten you. This is done now. Stop coming after us. This is no longer your vision. This is mine. It's done. But now it's that redemption arc of I got kicked out of my own creation. I need to be the winner type thing.
yeah,
Again, Seth, no credibility would have been lost on Seth's behalf if he had lost.
yeah, for sure. And I mean,
I
I
don't
will I
see.
will say like the biggest issue with not issue, that's the wrong word. I suppose the through line here was more of a case that because Seth was like, was telling like Braun like, oh, you're gonna die and like you need to find out and finish this fight, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Braun was his own worst enemy in this match. Because he speared himself through a table basically.
Yes.
Which also didn't help matters. Because that actually, yeah, he went for the spear, put himself through the table. That's when the pedigree stomp combo came through.
Happened. Yeah.
So because Braun was trying to do too much, I guess, like in storytelling wise,
Yeah. In
he
the
kind of
ring.
cost himself this match. So in that sense, if that's what they were going for, because that's
Yeah.
how I interpreted it,
Yeah.
fine that Seth wins. In that sense. If Braun's
Yes.
his own worst enemy, because they also told that story in NXT. It's like Braun can win, but he
Too
screws
hot
himself
headed.
over. Yeah, exactly. He crashes out.
Yeah.
So if they were telling that, cool. Then I'm fine with it. But I do still think that Braun should have won here because you don't lose anything if Seth loses.
No, and I wouldn't say you buried Braun by him losing, but he loses a lot of credibility.
I think they did protect him a little bit because it is a cage match.
Yeah, if
That
he'd
does
lost in the
help.
singles match, then it would have been a lot worse. Losing
Yeah,
in a
exactly.
match where you put your body through hell, fair, okay.
But not in a cell.
But no, nice. But it shows that he can go. So that's why I say you don't. Okay, so maybe he doesn't lose a lot of credibility, but he just doesn't gain enough momentum.
I agree. I think now you sort of plateaued him.
Yes.
Because now what happens with the vision? Not that it really matters. Now you again, we also did kind of allude to this in our predictions. Like if he does lose, then you kind of have to have action. I keep trying to say Action Bronson for whatever reason. Bronson Reed come back, take Braun Breaker out of the vision now. Move him to SmackDown.
Mm.
You've lost. You've lost to Seth way too many times now. You were supposed to be the guy. You're the guy who took Seth out.
Yeah.
Then you got injured. Then Bronson got injured. Then you've had 3 matches with Seth, and you've lost 2 of them.
You've also, not on purpose, but you've taken out your Oracle, so he's not there to calm you down.
Exactly.
So it kind of shows. I get it what you're saying with the story of he's his own worst enemy. It's like Paul Heyman is the guy there, or even Austin Theory or whatever in the vision. Without them being there, he loses his head. They are the ones who go, just chill, relax, calm down.
You don't have to do this.
Yeah.
We'll get him, but wait.
By them not coming out and not controlling him, which was a good thing, you kind of see where he goes when he gets hot-headed.
Exactly. So I like that part of it. Yeah. Really like that part of it. If they stick the landing with it and they do it. But I do think now, finally, the Seth Braun Vision stuff is done. It has to be done. It should be done. I don't want them interacting. But the best way to do that is to move Braun now to SmackDown. Because now you got Sammy. Oh, spoilers. Sorry. Well, whatever. You've got a lot more people who can challenge the champion on SmackDown, whoever that may be. I didn't accidentally screw that up. To give just a bit more depth to that main event scene, because then you can remove Braun from the vision, have Bronson Reed be the new leader of it. Logan Paul's going to come back eventually. I don't see him and Austin Theory breaking up too soon, to be honest. No. I can see them being a tag team for a while, kind of like an M&M, especially if you get Maxine in there, because then you have like the John Morrison and the Joey Mercury, which is Logan Paul and Austin Theory with Melina, who would be Maxine. Could do something like that. Break the vision up is basically what I'm trying to say here. It's done.
Let Braun and Bronson go their separate ways.
Yeah, they don't need to be.
If you want to keep calling them the Vision, that's fine, but it's got to be Austin Theory, like you say, Maxine and Logan Paul. That should be just whatever the Vision is going, an iteration of whatever the Vision is going to be.
Yeah, 100%. Because I can definitely see Maxine moving over to Austin Theory and Logan Paul, because they have had those like month-long like backstage interactions where you see like in the van, in the truck, whatever they drive in, whatever. And especially the Chad Gable stuff.
Yeah.
I can see Maxine going full heel with the Vision, and then Alpha Babes go back to Chad Gable because he's fully trying to redeem himself. Because then you have a built-in little tag team feud there between Chad Gable and the Alpha Babes versus Austin Theory and Logan Paul.
Yeah.
So I could go with that. So again, it's not a bad thing that Seth won. I don't think the right person won, but it does open up a lot of stuff.
So that was why, for me, I gave it a dub. I probably would have given it double dubs up if Braun won. But just because of that kind of result, I gave it a dub. Like, not result, that outcome of Seth winning, I gave it a dub. There was nothing wrong with the match, don't get me wrong. It's just more about the result that kind of tipped me to go one way, not the other.
I'm with you 100% on that. That's exactly why I gave it a dub.
Perfect. At least we're kind of on the same level there, so
for sure.
Makes sense.
I mean, we generally are.
Yeah, it's true.
But moving swiftly along, then we had
the Trick versus Ricky match.
Okay. No dubs for me.
See, again, I had it as a dub, right? Because I thought the match was.
It was solid.
Decent. It was a solid match. I had it as a dub.
I expected it to be a bit. I didn't expect it to be sloppy. I expected it to be a little more. Again, it's kind of like the Liv Io match for me. It was a bit too slow paced for my liking.
Yeah,
considering who you have in the ring.
So I immediately had it starting off with a dub in the way that I'm so glad Ricky Sainz pulled out the old school Eddie Guerrero.
I loved it.
Grabbed the kendo stick, smacked the stairs, threw it back at Lil Yachty, and got him sent. Perfect.
Yeah, that was
Because
great.
then
I love that.
you get rid of Lil Yachty's interference to help Trick Williams. Trick's got to do it on his own.
I genuinely, after he did that, I was like, oh, Ricky's winning it. I was genuinely like, oh, damn, he did it. That's smart. Smart heel. Smart heel.
Yeah,
I love it.
I thought it was definitely going to, like, again, we called it with the momentum Trick winning, but it would have been cool to see Ricky winning it.
Sure.
So I immediately went straight to a dub for that. I swayed back to no dub because of the ending, but
yeah,
the match itself, like you say, was a solid match. It was a bit slow paced. I loved the cocky swagger again from Ricky Sainz. The way that he wrestles is incredible to me. Like, people don't like him. I love it because you have to be full of yourself to be a wrestler. You have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You can clearly see he believes in himself and he doesn't give a shit what everyone else thinks when he's in the ring.
Agreed. 100%. I mean...
and I don't understand the hate against him or the dislike.
I don't know. We keep calling it. I think it's like anything else. If you gave a push to someone like an Otis, you just let them do their thing properly, you will get over.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe they're not giving him enough time on it. I don't know what it is. But Ricky's really good.
Oh, he's very good.
You cannot deny how good he is. He's also just one of those dudes. Like once he gets going, whether it be in the ring or on the mic, once he gets going, he's untouchable sometimes.
He's brilliant. Yeah, he can literally be there with the bit. I mean, one of his mentors was Cody Rhodes back in AEW.
Yeah.
And like, again, Cody Rhodes, his character arc is boring, but as a wrestler and what he's developed into from what he was, incredible. You couldn't have asked for at that stage in his career, you couldn't have asked for Ricky Sainz to want to have a mentor better than someone like Cody Rhodes.
Agreed, 100%.
And you can see it. Because he just believes in himself. And again, it's taking nothing away from Trick in this match. Trick worked perfectly.
Yeah.
He gave Ricky the upper hand. He did he had the arc of the fight back where literally Sainz was on top for like 8 minutes or whatever it was.
It was a solid, like, it was more the cockiness that actually cost him the match than anything else.
It was. And again, my favorite move is one of my favorite moves of Ricky's is when he's walking on the top rope.
The top rope
and he does the strut, and then he covers his eyes and he's like, "No, whatever." And then he does the old school way.
Love it. Yeah, when he did that, I mean, I always pop for that. I think it's one of the coolest things you could ever do. Honestly,
it's great. Honestly, it's just it's so fun. But he was literally, like I say, Trick sold it well for him. I agree with you. It was slow paced. Like, it could have been a bit quicker, but at the same time, I think for them. And it's one of those things where I think they would rather have got everything right and done it slowly than try and do it quick
and mess it up
and make it sloppy. Because
fair enough.
They're still fairly young into their WWE main roster careers.
Sure. Especially Trick. I mean, Trick.
The moment the moment you slip up and the moment you have problems when you're at that point, the IWC will bury you.
100%.
Like, they will absolutely be all over you.
We saw it with Sol Ruka.
We saw it with Sol Ruka. She tried to force the issue twice and she slipped. So she took her time. She's gotten better and they made her a champ. And I think it's now she'll get to the point in like a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and so will these guys. But they'll start doing things quicker and it'll be smoother. I think it's just get over with the crowd or get over as a heel or whatever it is. Just make sure your presence is felt and you're not just another number.
Agreed.
100%, and they both have the ability to do this without a doubt.
No, I agree. 100%. 100%. But like I said, just because of the pace of the match, I would have preferred it to be a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
But you swayed me. I'm going to give it a dub, actually. I did like it. I did enjoy the match. I did enjoy it.
And I was looking at it from that point. And again, with the momentum, you want to keep Trick as the champion. So I could, you saw it. We kind of called it the momentum of Trick once it gets to win the match.
Yeah, for sure.
I literally wrote it was smooth. And when I meant smooth, it was like I didn't see any botches or taking time to do things.
None of that. No,
it was just it was a solid match. Again, Ricky Sainz's moveset is unbelievable.
It's really fun. It's just a fun moveset.
Yes. And again, Trick Williams is just one. You can see he's one of the best workers on the roster as well. Like I say, he was not there he was not on top for the majority of the match. He sold perfectly, and when it came time to have the fight back, he did it in the way that it needs to be done.
Yeah, he did it as a proper babyface sort of fight back, which I did enjoy. So none of this tweener stuff. Getting rid of Yachty was actually one of the smartest things they could have done in this match, because now you're forcing that Trick is now more of a face than a tweener, which I really
and this is what we wanted.
That's exactly what we were asking for.
Define him as one or the other.
Yeah, because you can be a snarky face, you can be a cocky little face, that's fine. But make him a face. Don't make him like, oh, does he do bad guy stuff? And he keeps winning because of interference from Yachty.
Yeah.
Removing that, you've pushed him into the face territory, and now you won clean. That's all you could really ask for. As much as we wanted Ricky to win, not mad. Like we said in our predictions, could see Ricky winning, and it opens up a lot of doors. But having Trick win with the momentum, cool. Not the problem with that.
Like I say, as a match,
I'm gonna give it a dub. You swayed.
I give it a dub. As a match, I give it a dub. If we're involving the shit that happened afterwards when Neil Yachty came to the ring,
well,
I'd put that segment, that little piece of segment there, not a dub. Like, because you messaged me and you said they buried Saints with that Yachty spot.
I did think they did. I do think they did, because you kind of made Ricky look like an idiot there.
Yeah.
And also, like, don't get me wrong, I'm a big Ricky Saints fan. So when they did it, I may have jumped the gun and be like, they buried him. I went very RWC on that for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it hurt anybody, but I don't think it was a necessary spot.
Well, and again, like, you could have done anything with it. And I think what I meant when I said, they buried him, you didn't just hit Ricky and throw him out the ring. You let Yachty drop a people's elbow on the dude.
You kind of humiliated him.
See, I'm getting hot again. I'm raging again, because I think I'm reverting back. They buried him. They buried my boy. They buried Ricky Suave. Okay, it's so dumb. I just don't understand. You could have hit him with a kendo stick and tossed him out the ring. Fine.
Yeah.
But he's laying on the ground, and you have little Yachty, a rapper, not even a particularly good rapper, drop the people's elbow on the dude. Come on.
That was like having the Travis Scott thing where he just came to the ring and he smacked Cody Rhodes for real.
Yeah, exactly. Busted his eardrum.
Why? You don't need to have these celebrity involvements like that. I'm glad it's only Lil Yachty and we're not getting a shit ton of celebrity involvements anymore.
And take nothing away from Yachty.
No, nothing.
He has been really good as Trick's hype man. Got to give him that.
But Trick doesn't need a hype man.
No, but also what you don't need is, because they have been, again, being a fan of Ricky Saints for as long as we have.
Yeah.
We know that they have been serious like parallels between him and, like, people mention it, like, you want to be The Rock. And this is what I'm saying. I think that people's elbow buried him a little bit. Not completely, because now, well, you just got dropped by The Rock's finisher.
Yeah.
From a rapper. I'm mad.
But that's what I say. That's what I say. Like, as a match, I give it a dub because it was a solid match and it worked.
Sure.
And I was entertained.
Match gets a dub.
Yeah.
Post-match gets a double dubs down.
That was awful.
It pissed me off. It pissed me off to no end. I'm actually still mad about it. Because it's going to be... I'm done.
Yeah,
it's going to piss me off. I'm done. Also, Michael Cole screaming about it didn't do any favors.
Hold on. I have to address this. I actually wanted to bring it up, and I'm glad you mentioned Michael Cole. What the hell was going on with his microphone on the headset? The whole PLE? The whole PLE. It was like they tuned it wrong, and it sounded like Michael Cole.
Yeah, it sounded very nasally. I thought so too. It sounded
like that, and then
it dropped out completely. Sometimes he had the mic like in his mouth, and then he moved it all the way.
It's like he swallowed the microphone.
Literally, it's like the captain's on a plane. Like, just fix it. Fix it. You've been doing this for 50 years. You guys,
there's nothing wrong
fix
with Cody Graves. What was wrong with Michael Cole?
Get him a new headset. Do something, because you know what's happening. It's a 3-hour show. You could fix it at any stage during one of the ad breaks.
I'll bring this up again when we get to the main event, especially as well. But we now have the Tiffany Stratton Jade Cargill match.
Yeah. I gave this a dub.
I said there's a possibility I could be swayed if we make an argument for it for a double dubs up because of how fun the match was.
It was surprisingly fun.
But if I'm honest with you, like I could be swayed if we talk about it. I have it as a dub.
So you alluded to it earlier here. I probably would have given it double dubs if it didn't have as much interference, because this was the one match where it had a shit ton.
Yeah, but this
It
is
makes
the
sense
one.
in story wise. It makes sense. I get
But
it.
this is the one that had, not, wouldn't say necessary, but was the more necessary to have the interference.
I mean, I did like the fact that Chelsea was under the ring. That was
Yes.
hilarious.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like the fun
fun
stuff of it is Chelsea coming out from under the ring.
I didn't expect
taking
that
them
at all.
out.
that was
You
really
know,
good.
it was just bizarre.
Actually, you're swaying me. You're swaying me.
It was just
I'm
bizarre.
not
Like
changing
again,
my mind here. I might
it.
give it a double dubs up because I did laugh. I laughed pretty hard when she just crawled out from under the ring. I didn't expect it at all.
And it was again like it was a, and we've said now watching it again, or you know, the more we watch her, Jade is getting so much better.
Yeah, the first thing I messaged you, I was like,
brilliant.
Jade's looking absolutely killer in this match.
She was really good. Brilliant in this. And this was better, obviously, than the Berry match to make Jade the champion.
Sure. But, I mean, Tiffy was also really good. Her Rowan Senton looks so awesome.
Oh, they were both incredible in this match.
And, like, you know, it's not often that you can, like, I guess because she was a gymnast, Tiffy, right? Yeah. So she's like very bouncy and flexible. But very few people can pull off like her crucifix driver. Looked insanely good.
It looked
like she gets it so flash, and Jade's a big chick. So I mean, she's like what 6'3" or something. She's huge. To get up there with the momentum and like drop her in a crucifix driver, I was really impressed.
Biggest surprise: Black Hole Slam / East River Crossing from Jade.
I was dope.
Unbelievable, and she hit it beautifully.
Clean as a whistle.
Beautiful when she hit it.
I really like
it. But it's like she's literally every now and then she's popping up with these moves from other wrestlers, but doesn't consistently use them.
Which I don't hate. I like the fact that she doesn't have a set moveset.
I like it because it's not like Micha now adopting the Styles Clash.
Yeah, which fine, they're friends. I get it.
Yeah, that's cool. Like
having Jade do like a one-winged angel, I just and this is just a nitpick from me. Because we know the moves, you know, it's like when we watched the John Cena AJ Styles match, we were like, "Call it! Oh, he's gonna do this!" You know, I wish they would call the names out because again, you don't have to be afraid about naming your competition. No. If Jade does a one-win angel, call it a one-win angel. You know, if she does a black hole slam, don't call it an end of days or whatever they I forget what they call it.
He called it. He called it a black hole slam. He's like, "Oh my god, the black hole!" Because remember, Abyss is working.
Abyss, he's backstage, of course. Yeah, I must have missed that because I kind of just popped when she did it. I was like, "Oh shit, that was a black hole slam." I was like, "Dude." Of my wife on the couch not paying attention. I was like, "Did you see that? It was black hole slam." So I missed it completely. But again, as long as they keep doing that, then I'm happy with it. You know, call it out.
So again, like they won't call it the East River Crossing because obviously that was Big Cat. But you know, Black Hole Slam again surprised me. It came out of nowhere, and I was like, "Oh damn!"
That was great. It was dope. It was dope. I really like this match. Surprised me so much. I genuinely thought this match was dope.
Fun match.
I'm swayed. I'm gonna give it a double dubs up. I'm swayed.
I can be swayed the more we talk about this.
Because again, like I didn't like how long because the match was short. The match was about 8 minutes.
It wasn't that long. But even
having that interference took up a big chunk of it, which is probably why didn't initially give it a double dubs.
Yeah, but it worked.
It did work. It did work. Yeah, I mean, again, the fact that Chelsea took out the baddies was great. I love that.
And then obviously we saw the whole thing with because obviously they threw the belt in the ring.
Yeah.
Or no, what was it? Chelsea, I think, grabbed it, and then someone hit her, and the belt ended up in the ring.
Yeah.
The ref got distracted on the outside, and obviously Jade was going to use it, and then you saw the belt just get whipped away, and you cut to Charlotte. That's what I say. It was so much. You cut to Charlotte. You're like, okay, yes, she took out her they took her out, so she couldn't advance in the Queen of the Ring tournament. It's a relevancy there.
But I didn't really get it at the time because Alexa's been so a part of it. So I understand why Charlotte showed up and ripped the belt away. I get that. I probably would have had it be Alexa at that stage, you know?
Yeah. But
again, like this is nitpicky stuff right here.
Yeah. But it's kind of like, it's very weird. Like, as I say, it was fun to see that. It was,
you would
have preferred Alexa, but it was still fun to see Charlotte there because it's Jade that has the issue, not it's Charlotte that has the issue with Jade, not Alexa. Alexa would have been there to support Tip.
Sure.
So it brings the relevancy of Charlotte and Jade getting in each other's faces. So that's why I say it was fun to see Charlotte.
But now I wonder where you go with this though. Because obviously
you
they're
can
built
easily
into a feud between Jade and Charlotte. Cool.
don't need a belt involved for
No.
these
This
two.
is just
That's
like
fine. This is perfect.
this is who's the biggest star.
Who's
Really.
the alpha?
Who's the alpha? Right. Kind of like what they were trying to do with Jade and Rhea for the Mania build, but this has more stakes. Weirdly enough,
this has more significance.
This has more significance.
Rhea is like she's mommy. She's on top. But Charlotte is the standout. She's the queen. She is WWE's modern women's division.
Yes, yeah, that's Charlotte.
She is a 14-time champ.
Yeah, agreed.
So
agreed. So
there's literally more. I think there's more at stake because it's literally Jade's still technically a newcomer.
Yeah. I mean,
so let's put her up against the vet. Let's put her up against the vet in WWE, and it could be perfect because you got Charlotte, who's very technical, and she's got her agile moves, but she's also very quick. Jade's more about power.
Yeah,
and she's got a different set. So you're not having a power on power match. Charlotte can go when it comes to that, but you're looking at two different styles which could blend really nicely in the ring.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. I agree.
It's not like Rhea versus Jade where it's power versus power.
Yeah,
it's literally a technical masterpiece against someone who can take you down with one move.
I'm with that. No, I feel that.
So I think it's good. And again, if it is going to be, you can still have the significance of Alexa being there to help. Rhea could be brought back into the picture because you've got the baddie supporting Jade. So you still keeping that kind of stuff relevant.
That's sort of where I meant. Like, if you're going to feud between Charlotte and Jade now, cool. But they are Dana members. So I guess if you brought Rhea in, that makes a lot of sense. Sure. Fair enough.
Because again, Rhea and Charlotte are now... And again, why I love this is 2 PLEs in a row now where Charlotte has come out to support the face, the good guy. And they've both been against Jade.
Yeah, so now she also has like a bit of a bone to pick.
Yeah, so that
sort of thing.
Again, that for me was another little fun side piece. Like she helped Rhea by stopping the baddies from interfering, and she helped Tiff by stopping Jade from using a belt and doing her heel thing.
Yeah, and like it's obviously quite justified because also the baddies took Charlotte out backstage that a few weeks ago. So no, it all works. Oh, it all works. I just think you're gonna have to bring Rhea into it, just so it is 3-on-3
balanced. Yeah,
just so it's balanced.
But like I say, I'm having chatted. I'm actually going to probably give this a double dubs up.
You swayed me, man. I'm going to give it a double dubs up. Actually, yeah. I think it's like now that you swayed me. You swayed me. Well done.
It's good that we both had like the dub. Like it was a really...
Oh yeah. Again, I really enjoyed the match. I mean, I texted you right away. I'm like, this match is dope so far. I really enjoyed it. So again, maybe this could have been a little bit longer. Could have gone a little longer.
If it had a bit more time to give it legs, the interference wouldn't have felt so
rushed.
Yeah, like it wouldn't have felt like it needed to be crammed into something so quick.
Yeah,
but I mean, nitpicking small things in that because otherwise there was nothing wrong with that match.
No, it was double dubs up, double dubs up. Wasn't match of the night.
No, God no. Match of the night gets double
threat. Double. Like give me all the dubs.
Whatever you can.
This triple threat kicked ass.
I will put this on. I will go ahead and put this to say this now. This is probably slotting into the top 2 matches of the year.
Ooh, that's a
bold statement so far.
But honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I mean, look, for me, still right now, it would be Okada Takeshita.
I'm with you on that.
And there's a couple of, especially from Double or Nothing, there's a couple of matches I put in my top 5. But this triple threat has a real stake of, I would give it top 2, actually. I think so.
Right now, from what I'm looking at, this would be the second match of the year for me. Like, this is number 2 for the year.
It almost got no dubs from me. Purely because of the shenanigans in this match. This match kicked ass. It was so dope. And
you love shenanigans.
I do love shenanigans. But not against my boy Sami Zayn. I'm a real ride or die. And my God. He also, I mean, in this match, he went through the ringer,
But also, love it. Okay. I got to start from the beginning.
Please.
Coming in, Sami Zayn didn't realize it because, again, he's been around so long. His 10th attempt to win a world title belt.
Yeah, when they announced that, I was like, 10th time.
This was his 10th time at attempting to win a belt. I was like, I remember maybe like 3 matches.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was up to 10.
Yeah. So I also was like, that threw me. Gunther coming in as an entrance. So Sammy obviously had huge pop.
Yeah. Also,
right?
coming out in the traditional garb, cherry on top there. Well done.
Every year he does it, and every year it's perfect.
It's just good. I like it.
Brilliant. Gunther coming out, surprisingly, when he was coming out and doing his entrance, didn't get as much of heat as I was expecting. There was actually quite a few cheers to it.
I heard more cheers than boos.
I wouldn't say the crowd was like wholly against Gunther. I actually think they were like quite with him.
It was close to 60-40 for him, yeah.
I'm talking entrance here. There was a lot to there was a lot of, like you said, the cheering. I could hear it. I was like, okay, it's not clearly that. And then obviously you get Cody Rhodes getting it. This is probably the second biggest pop because it's Cody Rhodes and he's got catchy music and he's got a fun entrance. The kids enjoy it.
Yeah.
People enjoy it. So there's nothing wrong. But it was, I noticed that straight off the bat. There was no real terrible boo, whatever.
No, it was just, again, I think this comes down to the promo on SmackDown. Yeah. I think because of that, it hyped everybody up because everyone had a stake and be like, you have your Cody fans, you have your ride or dies. Gunther is one of the best wrestlers on the planet.
And again, exactly what we said, Jey Uso coming out did nothing for that segment.
No.
If you had left it what it is, this was perfect.
Yeah, 100%. 100%, dude. I'm glad Jey Uso didn't come out in this match.
I'm glad that nothing happened.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, look, this match went, I think, like close to 20 minutes.
Yeah, it went on
for like about 19. Again, perfect. It's a triple threat. Everyone needs to have their stuff. There is a lot to go through, so I don't think we'll hit everything that went through the match. But like the big point was I loved with one of the very like earlier pins. Now this is where I raged out a little bit later on, and I threw my hat down. Ghazi gave me a shot right after the winner was announced because I was popping like a crazy man. Gave me a video call, and I was like, I threw my hat down halfway through this match because of one thing and one thing only, and that's because Sammy got his comeuppance a little bit.
Yeah,
because he did it first. So at some stage, right, you had like Gunther did the power game. He was dominating the two of them quite well. I really like that. I like that they made him look strong throughout this match.
Oh, absolutely, and you needed to.
And they did kind of do what I thought they might do, and we did speak about it in our predictions one, where it was for, especially the early part of the match, it was very much Cody Gunther, and like Sammy was kicking, throwing out the ring, and was...
Yeah, Gunther took him out, threw him into the stairs, so kind of like...
Yeah, just sort of like removed him from the thing. But, so when Cody and Gunther was wrestling, powerbomb, they go for the 1, 2, 3, and Sammy rips him out the ring.
Yeah, ripped the ref out. Yeah, pulled the ref out the ring.
Pulled the ref out, and I loved it. I was like, yeah, go Sammy. I was like, hell yeah, this is dope. A little bit later, the exact same thing happened to Sammy. The Luva kick, 1, 2, Cody rips him out the ring, and I was like, you son of a bitch. This is it. I threw my hat down. I was like, that was it. That was the moment. What do we do? I was pissed. I was so mad.
I was with you on that. I wasn't obviously as pissed as you, but I was like, my first thought, as soon as I saw Cody pull the ref out, I was like, that's it. Sammy's not winning. It's done.
That's literally why I was so pissed. I'm like, we watched wrestling for so long. And I'm like, I know what that spot is.
It's literally the come up.
That's the dead spot. You pulled him out. That was his one chance. Oh, it's done. I was pissed.
Weirdly again, shout out Cody Rhodes hitting a side effect.
Shout out the side effect. I literally threw out my version 1. I was like, that was great.
Side effect? Because it took them a while to announce it. When he hit it, I was like, oh my God, it's a side effect.
Because it was a side effect. When he did it, because I thought he was going for a chokeslam at first, but then when he wrapped his arm around, I was like, rock bottom?
Yeah, I was like, rock bottom, bookend, whatever. And then he obviously lay down and he did the side effect. I was like, that's a side effect.
And then I think Corey Graves was also a little bit taken aback because, like you said, it took them a bit of a while to announce. And Corey was like, that was the side effect. I was like, yeah, side effect. It was dope.
Which was great.
I thought that was absolutely great. One thing that also looked like it hurts a lot was Sammy going groin first into that ring post.
Oh yeah,
that looked ouchy. I was like, oh fuck me. Again, that's when I was like, oh well, Sammy's definitely not winning now.
One thing it was the one thing I'll call out on this was the worst splash ever when Cody was pinning Sammy. I think it was, and Gunther landed like over them, and I was like, what the hell is this? I literally was like, what the hell is this?
I laughed so hard, dude. I paused and I rewound it. And again, laugh on the couch. I'm like, babe, look at this terrible frog splash. Because he literally went knees and then over the top.
He went over the top. Like, you could see the gap. I could see the crowd between the spacing. I was like, what is going on here? It was the worst splash I've ever seen. I get it, he was to protect them, but Jesus, do something better.
I would say that splash rivals Jey Uso missing his back of the head super kick in the opening match. Because there was a gap this far between him and Ober's head. But I was like, Jesus, Gunther, like of all the people to miss that frog splash, I was like, not Gunther. You would never, right?
Yeah. And then obviously we got, like you said, we got a bit of shenanigans. We got out the ring. I was expecting some use of maybe some weapons or whatever, because again, it's a triple threat. There's no rules applying. So obviously when the ref got pulled out twice, you're like, oh, well, it's legal. Cool. Let's have something. Obviously,
I was screaming at that part, like after Sammy got ripped out. Well, after the ref got ripped out on Sammy's count, right? And I was mad. I was like, Sammy, get the tables. It's a triple threat. Get a weapon. Beat the shit. Kill him. I was raging. I was
and then they obviously ended up out the ring.
Yeah.
What I did like as well is Sammy kept falling for Cody's enticement.
Yes.
So when he was outside the ring and Cody was in, Cody was going, "Come on, Sammy, come on!"
He was
and he gets in, and Cody was baiting him in. And then when he pulled the ref out, and he's like, "Come on, Sammy, come on!" and he went for the dive or whatever, and he caught him, and then he had him out. It was intelligence. Like, Cody was smart. He was playing to literally, he was baiting him properly, and you could see Sammy was falling for it. But that's Sammy.
And look, I know
and it's intelligence from Cody Rhodes. And again, you look at it in the storytelling. You want it? Come get it. You have to win.
You have to. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
You got it. Yeah.
So now, like, I know we do this all the time. Was that the inkling of Cody Rhodes' heel turn?
I hope it is.
I hope it is, because I'd love to see a heel Cody. Heel Cody and heel Punk would be great.
Yeah, if you're not going to go Sammy full heel now, because I don't think he will be with this title.
I mean, well, I'll tell you what, before we get there, because here's the thing, right? Now, Kevin Owens has been announced for Great American Bash.
Tonight, yeah.
Tonight, right? So he is around. Obviously, he's not going to wrestle, and it's an NXT thing. Sweet. But Sammy also, in the match, when they were on the tables and stuff outside, teased the package pile driver. That's Kevin's move.
Yeah.
So I think you do keep Sammy as a full face now. Instead of him coming out being an obnoxious sort of tweener, like the woe is me Sammy that everyone hates so much. Push him as a face now, as like, this is for my ride or dies. You stuck with me and I did it. After 10 tries, I did it. You bring Kevin out. Heel Kevin.
Full on.
Like you said yesterday on the predictions one. You bring Kevin out, apron powerbomb. Exactly like NXT.
Something that will do it. Something that will just sway us to make us then support Sami Zayn or
because now you got to give him a proper heel. Like, I mean, I'm sure they won't do that. They'll probably push like the Gunther, sort of.
We don't need Gunther. Okay, so Gunther failed 3 times in a row now. We don't need to keep giving Gunther opportunities.
But I do think, but that's what I'm saying. I think they will go with the fact that, oh, well, Gunther's going to be like, you screwed me with the special guest, even though he chose Sammy. Like his foot under the rope on the first match with him and Cody. Then it was Sammy in the second match that screwed him over. Now this was a triple threat, so he'll probably do the heel thing where he's like, I still haven't been given a fair shake at the title. Give me Sammy 1-on-1. You have a story built in there, because now it's sort of the reverse of the Intercontinental title at Mania.
Yeah.
And Gunther's a great heel. So putting him against Sammy first would probably be the smart move, because now you also have a great opportunity. Give Cody a break.
Yeah, you can literally give Cody that break that we've been saying he needs to have.
Yeah.
Let him disappear for 2-3 months, spend time with the kids, do a movie, whatever it is, because we know he was doing
Street
Fighter. But just take him off for a while. Let him go and do whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
They're branching out into mainstream media, so let them go and do these things.
Just like Punk. When Punk comes back, the pop's going to be huge.
Oh, yeah.
Do the same with Cody. We're not talking like 6 months. We're talking a couple of months, max.
Yeah.
SummerSlam. Just take him off for a month.
Yeah. Doesn't need to be forgotten, but needs to be gone long enough that we need to
miss it. We want to miss it.
Yeah.
100%. Look, I am glad. And again, also, sorry, this goes back to the Gunther thing. Gunther didn't take the pin.
No. So first, I will come back to that, but at the same, because I did notice it. Well, obviously you couldn't miss it, but I have to allude to the fact of when they did the table moves, right?
The
How
table didn't
funny was
break the
it?
first time.
No, but how funny was it when Sammy removed everything? He got rid of everything, and all of a sudden, when he was on the table with Cody, there was a bottle of water. And
Yeah,
he
I
did
saw
the
that.
Sami Zayn thing, and he slapped the bottle of water off the table.
I love that.
Where did that bottle of water come from? Because he got rid of everything on that table.
I think he had a sneaky Johnny Gargano put it there.
It was so. I noticed, and if you're not picking up on these small things, he keeps slapping the bottle.
Yeah,
Every single segment, every single SmackDown.
that's great.
That was just. It was perfect. It's just little things like that, and you go,
yeah.
I laughed.
See,
I laughed at it because I noticed it.
And it's little things like that. It's if you talk about like a guy like Chris Jericho who got the word "it" over,
Yes,
because he just kept doing it. It was started in the background first. It wasn't his gimmick. He just kept doing it until eventually people started catching on. We've caught on with the bottle of water.
Yeah,
You know, I loved it. I thought it was so great because I mean, it's just funny. It's little things.
and I needed to bring it back because before the pin, because I'm gonna rage a little here, and I hope you know why.
Is it because Gunther kicked out of the Haluva kick the first time?
It's no,
because I'm pissed.
it's
Again,
because
they kicked out of the Haluva kick a lot.
yeah.
Also,
Okay.
I'll sorry, I know I'm jumping on you right now. I'm gonna give Sammy a little bit of shtick here. His crossroads was not good. It didn't look
God,
great.
no. But I need to bring it up before all of that, after the table spot. So Sammy went through the table spot with a high back body drop. Fair enough.
Sure.
Broke the table. Gunther obviously powerbomb Cody twice because the first time the table didn't break. It just did nothing.
Which
fair enough. That kind of wore him out.
And it is kind of funny when it doesn't break, to be honest.
When he had him in the ring, he then locked in the sleeper hold. Now this is where I'm gonna rage.
Fair. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
This
talk
is
about
where
the
I'm
sleeper
raging.
hold spot.
This is where I'm raging. WWE needs to make their mind up on what they want to do with this fucking sleeper hold.
Thank you. I swear.
What are you doing?
I swear. If I had another hat on, I would have thrown it again. Because is it he's out, or do they drop it 3 times?
Yes,
they didn't do either.
They checked on AJ Styles. They checked on Jey Uso. Whatever.
They checked on John Cena.
They checked on them. We'll see in tapped, but they checked.
Yeah, but they checked on Cena first before he smiled. Yeah,
and they went, "Oh no, he's out.
Call it."
So this is, I'm like, oh my god, Gunther's going to win because Sammy's now out the ring.
Yeah, he just got put through a table.
Cody Rhodes has been powerbombed twice through a table, and he's on the sleeper. He looks like he's passing out. This is how Gunther's going to win. So I was like, okay, fine. If Gunther wins, fair. But it's the consistency here where he went to check and then he lifted his arm and he dropped it, and Sami Zayn caught his arm
on the first
one. Like, what are we doing?
I'm fine with Sammy catching his arm on the third drop, not one. We don't do it on one. We've never done it on one.
But what are we doing with the sleeper hold? Is it checking that they passed out? Because clearly Cody had passed out.
Yeah, he was out. He was out.
Or are we doing the arm drop? This is why this is the only issue that I had in this match. This was my issue in the match. I understand your issue with the comeuppance with Sammy not winning. Like, I also thought he's not going to win. I know you're mad about it. This is where I got my proper rage out. Like, internally, I was like,
I was annoyed. I was very annoyed with it.
So
I feel you. Because again, it's, like you said, it's the consistency. Pick a lane. Just pick a lane on it.
So, like, that is where my rage is, and that's where my disbelief of the continuity that doesn't happen.
Agreed. No, agreed, dude.
I understand it at this point because you want to create the drama, but for consistency of how this sleeper is supposed to be for Gunther, he won.
Yeah, because
he won
because Cody was out. I agree, dude. I 100% agree with you. I'm with it.
I'm glad he didn't win. Trust me.
For sure. But
and I would have been fine if he won, because I didn't want Cody to win. Like, I don't like. It's just the thing. I'm not, again, nothing against Cody, and it's just he needs the break from being the champion, and either one would have worked. But in my eyes, Gunther won because of the lack of continuity.
And again, maybe this comes back to the fact that Gunther didn't take the pin, Cody did. Yeah. And Gunther had won, essentially.
Technically.
He technically won. So that's probably how you're going to run this feud between him and Sammy if you go forward with that. You're like, well, my foot was under the rope, I got screwed. Sammy screwed me in the second match. I got screwed a third time because A, I didn't take the pin, and B, Cody was out. Maybe, I would love for Gunther to come out and call the refs on their inconsistencies. That would be a sweet heel move.
It's almost, because it's almost like Becky Lynch just coming out and taking on Jessica Carr.
Exactly.
But it's Gunther calling out the inconsistency of every single official.
Yes, and
he's already raging at Nick Aldis.
Yeah, specifically because of the refs. Yeah.
So but either way, okay. So that got my rage up. I'm glad he didn't win because obviously the sequence we got after was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
to finish off. And again, like you say, Sammy's like the turnover into Sammy rolling into the crossroads was
cool. But the actual crossroads
was awful.
It was not good.
But
building up to it, it was like, because when you reversed it, I was like, is this the moment?
Double crossroads?
Double crossroads.
Double crossroads where Sammy had the sleeper on Gunther and then he locked Sammy into the crossroads.
That was great.
Almost was like a double crossroad. It was good fun.
Yeah.
But again, we got exactly what Sammy needed to win it. If he was never going to win with a haluva kick, like you say, they always kick out of it.
Yeah.
Sneaky roll-up pin.
Sneaky roll-up pin.
Sneaky flip pin.
And actually, we called that. We called that in our predictions. That if Sammy wins, it'll probably be because there's a bit of like, I mean, we didn't call it exactly like that. But we did say, like, he'll probably, if he gets it, this is the one time a sneaky roll-up pin would work.
Yep.
And it did.
And it would.
And I popped.
You could. And
when that ref hit 3, I shot up in the air.
I screamed. Aaron was like, "Is everything okay?" I'm like, "Yes, don't worry."
I guarantee I got a noise complaint from my neighbor because I was screeching. I was so happy. I mean, I was so good. I was insane. I haven't popped like that for a win in a long time.
I said to you when I gave you the little video call, I'm not gonna lie, I shed a tear, man. I had tears. I was so happy
because it's so deserved. This is the one that's really, really earned.
Yeah. It's better than the whole thing where Sammy beat Gunther at WrestleMania. Like, people enjoyed that. This was more deserved than whatever ender it was.
And
like, again,
even
the fact they alluded to this is his 10th attempt to win it.
Exactly. He's been in the company for what, 12 years now? Longer? But the win over Gunther for the Intercontinental does have an asterisk because a lot of people, I think us included, were like, we like the fact that Sammy won, sure.
Yeah.
But that should have been Chad Gable.
Yeah. Should have been.
So that has a tiny little asterisk to it, which is why this one feels more earned because it has been Sammy by himself.
Yeah.
Right? No coaching. He's trying to hype himself up. We need a payoff now. And we did say this. I can't remember what episode we said this on. This is where you bring back Johnny Wrestling.
Yes.
Because now, with all the stuff that Sammy has been talking and hyping himself up with the tiny little nuances with Johnny, with his ears perking up and he's like even actually moving slightly. Those pep talks got Sammy over the line.
Yeah.
I think we see Johnny Wrestling back because he realizes, oh damn,
Sammy can do it.
Sammy can do it, so can I. And I hope that happens.
Oh, yeah. Like you say, it's the small nuances and things like that that make a difference.
Exactly. So I think this is where we get Johnny Wrestling back finally. And I really hope that's the case.
I'd love it.
Because do more with Johnny and Candice, both of them. You're doing nothing.
More.
Do more. They're far more than that. But again, I popped for Sammy. I was on Instagram. I was messaging my douchey non-rotten, the haters, the Sammy haters. So then he won. Eat it. Finally. And good for Sammy, man. This gets triple, quadruple, 10,000 dubs up. This was dope.
However many we can give that exceeds it.
This was just fantastic. I really I loved this match. I thought it was dope. It takes a lot for us to rage really hard when it comes to matches, especially in WWE. But Sammy getting pulled out the ring, fully justified.
Yeah.
Well, the referee pulled out the ring on Sammy's count, fully justified, but it pissed me off because I thought that was his moment.
Yes.
The arm thing raged me out as well, just like you, because what are we doing? And I thought, well, this is how Gunther wins. Or how Cody, somehow does the fighting champ thing, Sammy, stopped it. Now Gunther's going to take Sammy on, and then Cody's going to Cody cutter, super Cody cutter, or whatever. And then win that way. We didn't get that. It started here. It had me here. It got me here. And then Sammy won.
Elevated it.
Sammy goddamn Zayn.
It was unbelievable, man. Honestly. Needed.
So, I mean...
So needed to give us something fresh.
fresh, and also like now you validate Sammy as a proper main eventer, which is great.
Yeah, I don't think it's a BS political thing where because he's there and he won it. How many times has he actually lost in Saudi?
Lots, plenty of
So
times.
this is bull that people are going, oh, it's because he's fought for championships and everything in Saudi and he's lost. So don't give me this BS of, oh, it's just because he was there. No, it's
no.
because it's fresh and he deserves it.
100%, yeah.
And he earned it.
He earned it. He's earned it.
He has earned that after 10, 12 years being in that company.
100%. I mean, the last time he was...
and makes him a Grand Slam champion.
It does make him a Grand Slam champion, actually. Not many people can say that. That's awesome, actually.
Makes Sami Zayn a Grand Slam champion in WWE, and I can't think of a harder working wrestler who deserved that.
I agree, and that's why we all ride or dies.
Absolutely.
I couldn't be happy with the outcome. This PLE double dubs up, man. It was dope. It was really good.
It was, like I say, one of the best I've seen from WWE probably since last year's WrestleMania.
Sans the Liv Morgan Io Sky match, which just never got there.
No.
Beyond that, all the matches were really good. Some of them were brilliant, and this one, like you said, I'm gonna say it. Top 5, if not top 2.
Yeah,
of the year so far.
For me, it's gone straight in at number 2 in my top 5.
Also, I think WWE found the secret sauce here.
Triple threats.
Put Gunther in a triple threat at least.
Yeah, he will. He can help carry it, and he can make it. He can just give you these like sort of. He gives you the in-ring redemptions.
Yes, 100%.
For all of them.
Every triple threat that Gunther's been in has been like a 5-star for me.
Oh yeah, no, he's been unbelievable.
It's crazy how good he is in triple threats. It's weird that's his niche, you know. But I like it. No, it was great. I mean, I just thoroughly enjoyed it. The celebration after the crowd went absolutely bananas for him. It was great, dude.
I want to see the ceremony on SmackDown.
See, I want to see who calls him out. It will be Gunther, but I can see Trick saying, "I beat you." You know, I can see Johnny coming up being like, "Well, you did it. Give me a shot now. You asked for a shot, and look at what happened. Give me a shot." You know, have Candice wheel him out. Kind of like Linda McMahon during that feud, like at WrestleMania, like in a wheelchair, just like push it and then he stands up. That'll get a huge pop.
The crowd should go nuts.
They will go absolutely insane when Johnny finally gets up, like from lying down. You know.
I mean, depending on how long he's going to be out and what he's doing on his new movie, Drew Mack coming in.
Drew Mack, he's also got history with Sammy. They've got a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it was dope, dude. It was just absolutely fantastic. I really liked it. And I mean, we went into it saying we're looking forward to it, but we've been let down before.
Yep.
So we're looking forward to it, but we're not gonna worry too much.
We always hype ourselves up, and we always end up being disappointed.
Yeah, and this time we didn't, and I couldn't be happy. I think we just found the secret sauce.
Yeah.
The secret sauce is lower your expectations, and you'll be blown away.
Oh, absolutely. This is the one we were like, okay, we just need to be realistic here.
Yeah. And I mean, in terms of our predictions, right? If I go back to the card, so we called over, we called Io Sky.
Yep.
We called Seth. We did say Seth would win.
Yes.
I think we both said that.
We said, yeah.
We
wanted Braun, but we said Seth, I think.
There was. Oh wait, no.
We differed on.
We differed on. Did we? I think we did. So we differed on Trick and Ricky.
Yes, I said Trick would win, and you.
I was like, I think Ricky wins it here. And then I think
you both said.
Did you call Liv Morgan? And I called Io Sky.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I think
there was two that we differed. But either way, I mean, generally speaking, we called Sammy. We were like, Sammy wins.
We want Sammy to win.
That's it.
Anyone but Cody. Concedes winning, but Sammy wins this.
Yeah, we
got the big one right.
We got the big one. That's all that really matters. That's all that really matters. So no, it was. I mean, again, just a fantastic PLE, man. It was really good. It was really good. The right people won. It opens up a lot of doors for a lot of the stories. I dug it.
It doesn't take anything away.
No, thought it was great. But that was Night of Champions. I'm looking forward to Raw now. That's all. Yeah. That's what a good PLE does.
It's supposed to make you look forward to the next televised show or the next.
Yeah, because
but the next standardized show.
Exactly, because I mean, Raw has the stuff with Liv Morgan, because now she lost. What happens there? Obi-Wan, does he call out Brock? When is he gonna have a face-off with Roman? What's gonna happen with Jey Uso? You know, for SmackDown, obviously Sammy's champ, which is absolutely fantastic. Trick's gonna be Trick.
Trick.
We'll see what happens with Ricky there.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but we'll probably get Trick Mello now, which I'm fine with, or maybe someone else comes in.
Maybe Ilya comes back, or like depending on
maybe he does, or maybe if Johnny Wrestling, if he comes back and he's like, you know what, Sammy can do it, I can do it. I haven't gone after this as a singles, or I haven't gone after a singles title since I've been in NXT. I'm going after this year's title now. 100%. Trick, I want at you, something like that.
Yeah, and then you got the Tiffy, Chelsea, and Charlotte and Alexa with the baddies and Jade. There's just a lot to look forward to.
Yeah.
It's crazy what a good pay-per-view does, WWE. Do more.
PLE.
PLE, my bad. Of course, yeah.
we have to say PLE for WWE.
Yes, right. Corporate mandate. Do it for the stakeholders. But no, it was absolutely fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. And then today we've got Forbidden Door from AEW.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be good. But that will be on our next episode where we are going to run our predictions for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, just sort of, we'll sort of recap because we haven't done AEW in a minute. So we'll recap like most of the card, do our predictions and like storylines in between. And then if we think of anything else that needs to be said, again, it has been a little bit quiet on the AEW side, but this episode's not about that. It's about Night of Champions and the one champion that counts, and that is Sami Zayn.
Oh yeah, Sami
Zayn.
Sami
Zayn.
Sami Zayn. Na 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 na. Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn.
I love that. I hope the crowd pops for him. I hope he gets his flowers. Like, if there's not a "you deserve a" chance, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh no, it depends. Yeah, if it's gonna be in Saudi, which I don't know if it most likely is.
Not too sure.
If it's not in Saudi, then it could be 50-50.
Might be. Hopefully the crowd just understands that it is.
Yeah, they just appreciate what's happened.
Exactly.
That's it.
But thank you again for joining us here at BTF and Dubs. Great PLE as always. Let us know what you thought about it. Like, share, subscribe.
Give us your opinions.
Do all that stuff. Get in the comments. Love that. Because we're up to 20 subscribers now, so we're getting there. But Ghazi, OTG,
appreciate it.
That was great. And then obviously we'll see you in our predictions for AEW, for Forbidden Kingdom, Forbidden Door. I keep saying Forbidden Kingdom. It's a good movie. But yes. But don't forget, everybody, always stay too sweet.